Hey everybody, John Granato, Lance Zierlein from the bench, mornings on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. If you have not hit subscribe yet, please do, so you get all our content here on SportsMap HOU. That's my job. Hey Lance, Gerrit Cole. I know you hate to see this because you're a big Gerrit Cole guy.
I was for 2 years. I was.
His ERA in June 4.65. It's the worst month he's had since he was a Pirate. He gave up 5 runs in 5 innings, a first pitch home run. He's not the same guy right now. He's just not the same guy.
Cheaters! Cheaters!
Well,
cheaters!
Is the sticky? Is the spider tack even more of cheating? Is it more of a performance enhancer than sign stealing?
You tell me. I mean, it's not a 2-second decipher and get the word out to the hitter type of situation with the trash can thing. It's not just home games, it's away games. Here's a guy who's seen his home runs to innings pitched. He's given up 6 home runs the last 3 games, 9 he gave up in this month. A home run every single game of the month. His strikeouts way down. His home runs way up. It's hard to look at a player whose spin rate and performance has dipped in major categories since the outlawing of the substances, or since it really hit the radar of Major League Baseball when they made public announcements that they were going to start checking for this. How can you look at it any other way? I mean, yeah, it could be mentally, but this guy's been on a roll, and he was on a roll the first month of the season. Even the second month was still very good. Now all of a sudden, the third month is a horrible struggle for him, and it coincides with when they're checking for the sticky stuff. Come on now. That's easy math right there.
It'll be interesting to see if all major league numbers go up, because the Dodgers still got no hit by the Cubs. The Astros look like crap. They were hitting like a ton, and then they look like crap over the weekend in Detroit. It'll be interesting to see if it's not just guy to guy, or if it's an entire offense in Major League Baseball that is going to get a boon. Then if it is, then this is on the level. I think this is on the level of steroids.
Yeah,
that the entire industry, we see all these numbers going up, and we see what steroids did to the game, and we're seeing what the sticky substance did to the game.
Well, if you go look at, you can go to Baseball Savant and you can go look at individual spin rates and things like that and all the different pitches, and it's coming from StatCast. And it was interesting. This morning I went and looked at all the Astros primary pitchers. Zach Greinke is everything steady Eddie. Lance McCullers was basically the same. I mean, there's very mild changes in his curveball. What I found interesting is they don't even measure him as a fastball pitcher anymore. His four-seamer's just measured as a sinker now, which I thought was unusual. But looking at Fromber, he actually has a better spin rate this year than last year on his curveballs. And you don't see those drastic changes for the Houston Astros that you see with other pitching staff. So I don't know that that's necessarily league-wide, that everyone's using the best stuff. Do I think there's something to get better grips? Yes. But we obviously know there are certain substances that create drastically different spin rates. And guys like Garrett Richards has been, he is a change man, and not in a good way. Gerrit Cole, we know his numbers are different. Trevor Bauer's numbers have been different. So I think that looking at the spin rates of different players and their performances, yeah, I think it is similar to steroids. If you think about it, how long has this been going on and at what level? Look at what Gerrit Cole was with the Pirates, and then look at what he was with the Astros for 2 years. And then, what he was early on with the Yankees. Remember when Roger Clemens had his performances with the Red Sox? He had been really good. He wasn't good as last year. Lost all that weight, got in great shape. He had 2 years in Toronto where everyone was like, holy crap. And those are the years during the Mitchell Report that people came out and said, that's the steroid years. And this is we know all the stuff that Roger had to deal with. Well, Gerrit Cole had 2 years here in Houston that were unbelievable. The Angels clubhouse attendant singled out Gerrit Cole as one of the guys who was getting his special concoction that he used to get better grip from him. Now, if I'm the Angels, I fire the guy on site, because why are you giving it to Gerrit Cole from the Astros, you dummy? They're in our division. But it looks pretty suspicious, and I think it looks pretty damning for the effect of performance-enhancing substances on a baseball, without question.
Absolutely. Manfred, who I'm not a big fan, but he's cracking down in midseason, and that seems to be the controversy here. A lot of people said, wait till next year. Why? Why wait till next year? If it's a rule, okay, let's observe the rule. Let's make sure that we enforce the rule and that everybody's playing by the rules as opposed to, well, we got to wait till next year so Tyler Glasnow doesn't get hurt. Why?
You know what? Okay, I'll agree. It is unusual to start enforcing it now. It's clunky, and it's not what you would like to have happen. What should have happened is they should have started the season with this in place, but they didn't. So you want to just wait a whole year again for people to have unusually dominant pitching stats to clearly gain an advantage? No, if you knew that steroids were being used and you could weed them out, of course, I don't know that baseball ever wanted to weed out steroids. They just simply had to. Hey, sorry, this is on the books anyway. It's supposed to be illegal, and we're going to make it illegal. Sorry, we're doing it after the first 2 months of the season, but that's the way we're doing it.
Yeah, you remember, too, the commissioner's office during the sign-stealing stuff, they cracked down on the Yankees and Red Sox with the watches. You know, the Astros and Cleveland Indians got warnings as well. You know, no big outrage. There's no big outrage. Actually, there's no big outrage here either about this. But then it was like, oh, look what happened in 2007. The Astros are terrible. I hope we look back in a couple of years and say, oh, man, Gerrit Cole and Garrett Richard, they're all terrible. You know what? They're all terrible people because they suck now, and we know why. Because they were able to because they were cheating.
Don't go from good pitcher to sucky pitcher. You better not do that now. Don't see that spin rate drop too much and start getting raked around the park, Gerrit Cole. We're going to have our eyes on you, too.
And he's a Yankee. And he's got 300-some million.
Here's the fastball coming. No spin.
He's a knuckleballer now.